Hi guys! Welcome again to Ijele Tube, where stories come with a twist of class and a dash of fun. One, let's explore like you've never seen before. Trust me, it's worth the ride. Please, be cool, Ejo. Subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification bell. One. Nwakego was known for her kindness and warm smile. Her eyes always filled with hope and compassion. At 18, she was the pride of her family, admired for her faith and humble spirit. But her life took an unexpected turn when she met Osondu, a charming young man who took advantage of her trusting nature. She believed in him, thought he saw the goodness in her heart, but all he saw was an opportunity. When Nwakego discovered she was pregnant, her world crumbled. She stayed up many nights staring at the ceiling, unable to shake the feeling that everything she had worked for had slipped through her fingers. How would she tell her parents? Her community? Would her church family accept her? Would she even finish her schooling? Yet, despite her fears, she clung to her faith, repeating quietly to herself, "I will make it through." When she finally told her parents, the disappointment in their eyes were almost unbearable. As she sat across from her parents, her hands trembled and she struggled to keep her eyes up. The silence was heavy, pressing against her heart as she forced herself to say the words, "I am pregnant." Her mother gasped softly, a hand covering her mouth, while her father's face turned to stone. His jaw clenched. For a moment, they all sat in silence, and in that silence, Nwakego felt the weight of every expectation, every dream they had had for her, shatter like glass. Her father finally spoke, his voice low and broken. "Nwakego, I thought you knew better." The words stung, and she couldn't hold back the tears, the shame burning her cheeks. She wanted to say something, to explain, but no words could capture her regret, her pain. Her mother reached out to her across the table, placing a trembling hand over Nwakego's. Her touch, a silent forgiveness, even as tears streamed down her face. They never abandoned her though, but she could feel the weight of their heart. Each day at school became a battle. Nwakego's once friendly classmates whispered behind her back, taunting her with looks and laughter she could feel from a distance. Some even mocked her openly, calling her names, making cruel comments about her future. Even the teachers, who she had once admired, began to treat her differently. Every snide comment, every judgmental look was a dagger. Sometimes she would hide in the bathroom just to breathe, just to remind herself that she was more than their whispers. One day, a girl named Ifunanya sneered at her, loud enough for everyone to hear. Maybe next time she will learn to keep her legs closed. Nwakego's cheek burned as laughter erupted around her. But instead of reacting, she looked straight ahead, focusing on her breath, repeating to herself, "I will rise above this." Even when it felt like her heart was breaking, she refused to let them see her cry. Nwakego pushed on, day by day, bracing herself each morning to walk through the hallways with her head held high. In her final month in school, her belly grew, her discomfort increased, but so did her determination. She told herself, "This is not the end of my story." When her daughter was born, Nwakego's heart was filled with a love so fierce, so all-consuming. It surprised even her. She named her Chisom, God is with me. The moment they placed her daughter in her arms, all the pain, all the shame melted away. Chisom's tiny fingers wrapped around her thumb, and with the little strength she had left, Nwakego whispered, I will protect you, my little one. I will make sure you have a better life. In that instant, she made a silent vow, her love becoming a shield, a promise that no one, not even the man who abandoned them, could break. As time goes by, she began selling fish in the market, carrying her child on her back as she hustled through each day. She took up some other small jobs, selling soft drinks, making deliveries, having tutorial classes, anything that could bring in money. Her dream of university education had not faded. Every night, she whispered to herself, this is a stepping stone. Finally, after years of struggling, Nwakego saved enough money to enroll at the university. She balanced classes, odd jobs, and raising Chisom, finding strength she never knew she had. There were days she felt too tired to continue, but whenever she looked at her daughter, she found the will to keep going. Chisom grew up watching her mother's resilience. She saw how Nwakego never gave in, how she refused to let the bitterness of the world break her. Inspired, Chisom worked hard in school, fueled by her mother's sacrifices. She attended one of the best secondary schools in town, and when she graduated, she was admitted into the university to study nursing. The news spread like wildfire, surprising those who had once mocked Nwakego. The girl they had dismissed as a teenage mother was now the proud parent of a university student. Her friends, family, and former classmates began to take notice, some even reaching out to congratulate her, their old judgments replaced with admiration. It was not a rosy ride for Nwakego, especially during the final year, but she was determined. As Chisom prepared for her graduation, an unexpected guest appeared, Osondu, the man who had vanished years ago. He claimed he wanted to be part of his daughter's life now that she was successful. Nwakego felt the anger she had buried for so long rise to the surface. He stood in front of her with that same casual arrogance, as if he could waltz back into her life without a care. I think I should be a part of my daughter's life, he said, his tone casual, almost indifferent. Nwakego looked at him, fire in her eyes. You don't get to choose when to be a father. Chisom and I made it without you. You left us to fend for ourselves. Her voice shook, but her words were unyielding, a mother's fierce defense for the child she has raised alone. Nwakego knew better. She had built a life without him, and she wasn't about to let him ruin it again. Chisom graduated with honors, her mother by her side beaming with pride. They had made it through the darkest times, turning each stone thrown at them into stepping stones towards greatness. As Chisom's day of induction into the nursing profession drew near, Nwakego invited everyone. Those who doubted her, those who mocked her, and those who had supported her. On the day of the induction, Nwakego stood beside her daughter, dressed in a white nursing uniform. She remembered all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifices. And as the applause filled the room, she saw faces she recognized, faces that had once mocked her, whispered behind her back, They were all here, clapping for the girl they once dismissed. One woman, a former classmate, approached her, eyes wide with admiration. "Ego, I can't believe it. You did it. You actually did it." Wakego smiled, but it was more than a smile. It was a triumph, a silent reminder that she had turned every hurt, every judgment into her foundation. She squeezed Chisom's hand and whispered, "We did it, my love. We rose above it all." Many watched in awe as mother and daughter stood proudly, a testament to resilience and grace, a result of turning every insult, every rejection, every doubt into a foundation for the future. Years later, Wakego and Chisom had become pillars in their community, using their wealth and success to help other young girls facing similar challenges. They set up scholarships, provided mentorship, and showed others that no matter how difficult life gets, one can rise from the ashes. Wakego thought back to the days of taunts and whispers, feeling only gratitude. Each stone thrown had built her path, and now, standing tall with her daughter by her side, she knew her story was far from over. They would keep building, keep giving, and keep proving that resilience, faith, and love could turn even the harshest challenges into steps towards greatness. Did you enjoy the story? I know you did. To hear more, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post videos. Thank you.